Hello, San Angelo, and welcome to Live Daily News Show. I'm James Bouligny.
And I'm Tessa Koskovich.
In news today, the Wall Hawks are state champions.
The Chick-Fil-A in the Sunset Mall is closing.
And TriStar Fleet was broken into.
For our interview today, SAISD Superintendent Dr. Christopher Moran is in studio, and we'll get into that right after this message from Jim Bass.
Right now at Jim Bass, scan our QR code and find great deals on cars and trucks. Right now, get a brand new 2024 Ford Escape Active for just $22,999.
You can only get deals like this at Jim Bass Ford, Houston Hart and Arden Road, or 24/7 at bassbus.com, or you can use this QR code. Yep, the one on my hat.
Welcome back, everybody. James Blaine here. I have Dr. Christopher Moran with SAISD. Dr. Moran, how you doing?
Great. Good to be with you today.
Good deal. Yeah. First up, end of the semester. How'd the semester go for y'all?
Well, this has been a really good semester. We're just continuing to climb the mountain and make progress academically in our district. We'll talk about bond construction and just systems to make our district more efficient and provide more solid education for the kids. It's been a good semester, not without its challenges, but we know that. You put 12,500 kids in buildings and 2,000 staff members, and you're going to have something once in a while. But overall, it's been very good, and we're thankful for a good first semester.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you talked about bond construction. How's all that coming out? We know the bond got passed, and we're working on a few things. So what's going on there?
Well, I think first, just thanks to the community again for supporting it. San Angelo, it's a long time coming for the school district. And so the projects that we have started already and that the community can see are, if you were to look at the south side of Crockett Elementary and the east side, you would see work being done there on the east side, especially with a new cafeteria, 8 new classrooms, new parking area that's going in, and that should be done this summer.
Okay.
We're really excited about that. That's going to give us the ability to house more students on that campus. And the community might ask, why are you expanding when your enrollment is declining?
Right.
And the reason is we're preparing smaller campuses for the ability for us to consolidate down and have fewer elementary campuses.
Okay.
And so by doing that, you need a larger cafeteria. You need a few more classrooms. So it's not as though we're constructing brand new campuses. We're just providing smaller campuses the ability to house more kids. And so Fannin Elementary will get the same treatment. McGill will get finished. And those 3 elementaries are the ones we're focused on. And really, Crockett will be done this summer, but the other 2 will be done the following summer.
Okay.
So by the fall of 2027, our goal is to have 2 fewer elementary schools, from 14 to 12, and to reset the attendance boundaries. So you can imagine we've got a lot of work to do, because what we need to do and what we will do this spring is we'll convene a committee of about 60 to 70 community members, staff members, business owners, and we will work with a demographer and a facilitator to develop some options for the board, really to make a recommendation that in July 1 of 2027, we're going to reset the attendance boundaries for those 12 elementary schools and start the fall of 2027 with new boundaries and a little bit more robust elementary schools, so we can provide really a more quality education.
All right. Good deal. And how's the cafeteria at Central? I mean, have y'all got all that drawn?
Yeah,
up
the
and
big
everything?
ones, man. The big ones are Lakeview High School, which is going to be transformed. That campus is going to be transformed with a new CTE center, so welding, wood shop, automotive.
Okay.
The ROTC will get renovated. Cheer and dance will get a new place to. They really don't have a dressing area or practice area. They'll have one then. Mariachi will have a new band hall. Athletics will be renovated. They'll get new turf fields outside. Couple new tennis courts and lighting. Lakeview is going to be really transformed. I'm excited about that. That's really a 3-year project.
Okay.
So right now we're in the design phase.
Okay.
And the board is considering the designs, and we've already picked our construction manager, Park Hill. The architect with Lee Lewis Construction is working that particular project. And then Central, the new theater, gymnasium cafeteria, that's another biggie, and we're in the design phase on that. Kai Frankie Architects locally, they're going to be doing, I forgot to mention, they'll be doing Lakeview's athletic area outside, new concession dressing room. They've really been great to work with, and we're thankful for them. And then the biggest one is Glen Middle School. That's the big one, and again in design phase, but that's 3 to 3.5 years. We hope at least 3 years from today it will be done, and that's our goal. So a lot of things happening, most of it right now behind the scenes, because there's a lot of drawings, making sure they locate the utilities on the property, working with the city for permitting and all of that. So a lot of work being done that the public doesn't see, but it's coming very soon.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's look into this other stuff.
You want to talk about academics a little bit?
Yeah, let's go and talk about that.
Yeah. So, it's not a secret that San Angelo's campuses have been struggling for some time. I take this personally because I'm a project guy. I came out here to offer my experience to the district, but also to really work with the community to try to create a vision to get our academics righted. And really I think people would understand this from the simple analogy of maybe an athletic program. If you have a really successful varsity program, typically you can look down into middle school and you've got a system, and the kids are exposed to the same vocabulary, the same drills, the same coaching staff, and over time they really get this consistency, and that's where you find success. Even if the program is not perfect, even if the coaches aren't perfect, you get this consistency, and that breeds some success. And that's one thing we've lacked in this district is an academic program that is aligned and coordinated. And so we've begun that work, and we're continuing that work, and we're excited about it because we're really seeing some positives. A couple of positives to take away are we had Crockett Elementary went from an F campus to a C campus in 1 year. Glenmore went from a C to an A in 1 year. Bowie went from an F to a C. So we're seeing some really good and immediate growth for campuses that are really embracing this. And so across the district, K to 12, we're aligning our curriculum, providing the resources for our teachers, and we're excited about that because it's not an option. Everybody has to get in line to do this. Because really, what we want is for a kid to attend any elementary school in San Angelo and get the same high-quality education. So when they get to middle school, they've had the same exposure, and they join those other kids, and they're on the same page. We all know some kids excel and some kids struggle, but they will all have been exposed to the same information, material, and program. And that's what I believe we'll find will give us success in a few years. But we're starting to see some immediate turn, and we're very excited about that.
No, back to like the sports analogy, you have the kids, the parents, everybody, they all have to buy into it in order to make it work.
That's right.
So,
well, and Wall plays for the state championship today. I'm sure those kids are in a program that's that's been pretty consistent. So good luck to the Hawks. I hope they win it.
So, man, Newton's going to be good.
Yep.
And then let's talk about, some of this stuff over here.
Sure.
The notifications that come through.
Yeah, this is important. We use a program called School Messenger. And I think for some of the parents who have not subscribed, they're probably missing some alerts. They'll still get email.
Right.
But we live in a generation where we really depend on immediate text alerts for emergencies like bad weather or school closures or whatever. And so we are encouraging our community to pay close attention. If they're a parent or a guardian of any of our students, they should go to our website and find the newsletter. And if you don't mind, I'll hold this up.
Absolutely.
The newsletter is on our website. If they'll go to the, just scroll down, you'll find the Stay Connected during severe weather. And if you'll just text the number that's indicated there, it's 67587 and just a Y for yes. It'll recognize them as a parent because that's connected to our system, and then they'll start receiving those immediate notifications. We think that's pretty important. We'd hate for them to miss out in case we had something that was timely.
No, that's the way information is, man.
That's right.
That generation wants it.
That's right.
Well, this new generation wants it right away.
Yep.
So.
And I might, if you don't mind, I might talk a little bit about declining enrollment.
Let's go ahead and talk about it.
Because we've had 2 demographers visit with us over the course of the last year and a half. Nationwide, there's about a 4% decrease in school enrollment across the USA. In Texas, it's no different. About a decade ago, Texas increased every year about 85,000 kids in public schools, people moving to Texas. But there's a combination of 2 things going on that have resulted in this year, I want to say it was about 14,000 additional students in Texas public schools. The birth rates are down big time. People are getting married later in life, having fewer kids. So the kindergarten cohorts that are coming in are dropping. And that is what is happening in San Angelo. You get these large senior classes graduating out and smaller kindergarten classes coming in. So we have a trough coming through our system, and the declining enrollment is real. I mean, we've declined about 770 kids in 2 years. That's significant. And from about 15,000 to 12,300 or 400 since 2015 or 16. So we're seeing that, and it's not just us. In the news, in the Metroplex and other areas, there are pockets that are really booming, like South Houston in the Lamar area or East Dallas, Collin County. But otherwise, these areas that had typically been growing are really starting to shrink. The Frisco area, McKinney, declining enrollment, and school closure is kind of the new normal. And so that's why, and I think our public should be aware, that's really why we're consolidating down. We're overstaffed, even though we're short teachers, which sounds like an oxymoron, but the truth is we're so spread out, we can't fill the positions we have. And so we have to reduce down, fill our classrooms with the teachers we have, and make sure everybody's, every classroom's covered and has a qualified teacher. So declining enrollment will continue to be a challenge. That'll be a budgetary challenge, staffing challenge, and with facilities, the community will continue to hear. That's why we're reducing down and trying to be more efficient, better stewards of the community's resources.
Now you mentioned birth rates. How much is homeschooling taken from?
That's the second leg of it. Thank you. Because there are more options for parents. And I think at the elementary level, we have a large homeschool population here in San Angelo. And, I'm a parent of 4. My wife and I believe strongly that every parent has to make their own decision, what's best for their kids and their family, whether it be homeschool or private school, public school. And that's the right of the parent. And so, the challenge for any public school, especially us, is we just have to really be good and provide a quality program that for those parents that choose public school will work for them. Our calling card really is our extracurricular and CTE programs in the secondary level. And a lot of parents who homeschool find themselves at that crossroad, middle school to high school, where do we want to send our kids to public school so they can be involved in the athletics, fine arts, CTE programs, or keep them and do the co-op programming? That's just a decision parents have to make. But, we want to make our program really good and safe and exciting so that as many that want to will take advantage of it.
You come on San Angelo Live and talk about how SAISD is moving in the right direction, maybe win those parents back.
Well, over time, and we have to build trust, and that just takes time. And so we're excited about where we're going. We think we're headed in the right direction, and as a father who has a child in the public schools, I want the best for not just my kid, but every kid, and we want to protect them and do well by them.
All right.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on today.
Absolutely. Did you want to talk about anything else? Maybe heading into next year, anything important coming up?
You kind of heard the message about the facilities and the declining enrollment, the budgeting challenges and staffing. So really, our job now is just to continue that good work and not get too distracted by other things, but stay focused. I guess the appropriate message would be to thank our teachers. They're the ones at the center of this wheel. And, I can miss work. If I take a day off, probably nobody even notices except maybe the people in my office.
Right.
But when a teacher's out, that's a huge deal. And those kids depend on those teachers. And so we make a point of trying to be present and really support our teachers. They're the secret sauce to making school great. And so that's just a constant journey of hiring great people and refining that and supporting the teachers we have, because, man, they do yeoman's work every day, caring for kids, and they deserve a good break. I'm glad we're to a point where they can go home and be with their family and get away from school for a little bit. But our teachers are pretty awesome. We're thankful for them.
All right.
Yeah.
Dr. Mann, we appreciate you coming on today.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Back to you. Into the news, the Wallhawks won their very first state championship on Thursday last week when they beat the Newton Eagles 25-24. The Hawks took the opening kickoff and scored on their first drive, and then the Eagles drove down the field on their first drive and scored themselves. Wall went into halftime up 25-8.
In the second half, Newton held the Hawks scoreless, and towards the end of the game, on 4th and 16, Newton threw a touchdown into double coverage. With under 2 minutes on the clock, they had to recover an onside kick as they had no timeouts, but Jacob Braden jumped on the ball, and after a few kneel downs, the Hawks won the 3A, 2D, D2, my goodness, sorry guys.
No, you're okay.
State championship. Congratulations to our Wallhawks on making history.
Yep,
That's freaking awesome.
I believe this is the first time the Tom Green County brought home a state championship in almost 60 years.
Oh, I would believe that.
But anyway, the Chick-fil-A located inside the Sunset Mall will permanently close on December 31st after serving the community for 45 years. The restaurant expressed gratitude to customers and thanked the San Angelo community for decades of support.
Guests can continue to visit nearby Chick-fil-A locations. To mark the occasion, the restaurant will host a farewell event on Tuesday, December 23rd. Yes, that's right. Sorry.
That's tomorrow.
I know. Offering free treats throughout the day.
And a San Angelo business is seeking the public's help after a break-in on Sunday at TriStar Golf Carts and Outdoors on Knickerbocker Road. The suspect stole a 2014 Yamaha, you gotta bear with me here, YFZ 450R Special Edition four-wheeler and an undisclosed amount of money, according to the business.
Surveillance images show a person wearing a hooded sweatshirt outside the property during the incident. The owner is offering a reward for information leading to the recovery of the vehicle and the suspect's arrest, and anyone with information is urged to contact the San Angelo Police Department.
And we'll get into weather after this message from Jay Chandler.
It's hard to believe how reckless some people can be and how hard they fight against real victims. You need a partner who consistently beats the giants and who will never, ever flinch.
Into the weather, well, we won't be getting a white Christmas, but our gift is it will be a beautiful week in San Angelo. Right now it's 77 degrees outside and the low tonight drops down to 57. Tomorrow it is expected to be foggy out in the morning. The high will be 79 and the low will be 57 with some clouds rolling in.
On Wednesday, Christmas Eve, it'll be partly sunny out with a high up around 77, and that night the temperatures drop to 56. It will also be mostly clear out, so Santa won't have any trouble finding your house. Then on Christmas Day, the high will be 80 degrees. It will at least be a nice sunny day. Then Christmas night, the low will hit about 55. If you thought that we were going to have a white Christmas, you might not be from here.
Probably not.
Every year, it's in the 70s or 80s.
But come February, well, it'll be
Right.
It'll be
You're going to be
nice.
miserable.
We'll have ice. We'll be right back after this word from Condos, Diamonds, and Coins.
When it comes to unique pieces you can't find anywhere else, Condos, Diamonds, and Coins is your one-stop shop. With over 24 years in the diamond and coin industry, Condos, Diamonds, and Coins is West Texas's choice for diamonds, jewelry, coins, silver, and gold. Owner Bill Cano stands by his work and offers free consultations, including estate jewelry. Don't just trust anyone with your valuables. Come see the staff at Cano's at 1016 West Beauregard in San Angelo.
Thank you for watching the Live Daily News Show.
The only locally owned news show in the Contra Valley.
Give us a follow on Facebook, X, and other social media platforms.
And download the San Angelo Live mobile app.
For the